What is hidden from you? Is it someone? Is it something? Is it something that you need to deal with? We are looking at the Howlite, the white Howlite. If you'll be able to see, let's look at it. The Aventurine, and the Shungite. Smooth, metallic, allow your senses to reveal to you which stone to choose, and I'll see you in the readings. Stone 1, the Howlite. When I look at it, it reminds me of the patterns of a ravine, of a canyon. It's got a very small little world that's taking place here. It's also rough, and this slight edge here, if you go over it with your thumb, you'll feel the sharpness, and yet the more you stroke it, the more it sort of feels familiar. So this is something that feels familiar to those who have picked the stone. Underneath it there are some sort of, there's patterning here. Also reminds me of the energy that takes place during a lightning storm. In some ways it does look like a little bit of lightning. So there's definitely something to do with an inner core or an inner sense of knowing something. How do you know what is hidden from you? And when you know what it is, how do you know if it's good or bad? If it's for your highest good or not? And this is what we're going to be finding out today. So let's begin. The deck has been pre-shuffled. Let's have a look and see what we're looking at. Page of Swords, Death card, okay, the Ten of Wands, Burden and Duty, Rest, we have Conjunction, Authenticate, going through something in the heart of the nature of this reading. We have something feels to be a bit of a burden, could be something big that you are experiencing. In the nature of this reading, in the heart of the nature, it says that what is hidden from you is, how do you know if it's something that's good for you or if it's not? Well, if it feels like a burden, is it also not just because you have to put effort in? I can see that there's a lot of questioning in that, wanting to go deeper into this reading. The page of Swords here, on the masculine side, or the masculine polarity, excuse me, suggesting that there's definitely a focus on needing to proclaim information, bring some information through. Remember that the reading is about what's hidden from you. Is it a person, place, or thing, and what do they or it, what is its nature? Why is it hiding something from you? What do you need to know here? I want you to focus on the way that the reading goes so that it'll be able to give you the insight and the guidance that you require. And if you find the way that I read inspiring, new, unique, then you are the same. And therefore I welcome you to subscribe to the channel. So, what is it that you're needing to carry? What is it that's a burden for you? Before we look at all the other parts of the reading. Well, we're looking at something that feels a bit sketchy. So what is it that feels sketchy? Is it because you're feeling like you need to step out of a situation? I'm seeing that there's a relationship between a person, yourself, perhaps you and another, where you are questioning whether the pathway with that connection, if it's actually worthy, if it's actually good for you, if it's something good for you, if there's some people in your pathway that might otherwise think that you are perhaps mad for being with that person or doing that thing. On the feminine side, which is your soul, your spirit, how you encounter this, you may chalk it down as needing to rest. You may chalk it down as feeling that this is perhaps, just be feeling a bit tired here. Maybe I'll just take some time out and just focus on authenticating myself a little bit more, work on a little bit more to just be a little bit more better, being better or stronger at what it is that you're doing. There's this one side of you that's doing this to you. And there's the masculine mental side that says, no, stop. You see all of these things that are waged against you. You don't even have people that support you in this direction. They are against your relationship with that particular person. And in this relationship, perhaps you've questioned the circumstances around what you're encountering. All of the clapback is what I'm hearing. The word clapback, it seems to come through quite strongly. Someone could be in the movie industry. The clapboard, that's something that comes through. Is this a movie? Well, you tell me. So what surrounds you in this? We have the Eight of Wands, ready, steady, swift aim, fire. Getting ready for some action going forward here. You have people that are supporting you, that are actually wanting to know more about what you've got to deliver. If you are in the movie industry, you're starting up something new. I'm seeing that there's a lot of competitive energy that surrounds you, and yet you are able to set the path in the right direction. Can we see on the Death card here? Alchemist, number 14, or the Temperance, Sagittarius. You have the ability to transmute the energy from what is seen as something that is defeating you. You are able to, as a person, as a being, you are able to transmute those things. You have that ability within you to do that, and that maybe is why people think that you are a bit sketchy, because you're doing things too well. This definitely could relate to the fact that you're very gifted. So in this way, there's a threat taking place. Perhaps all the forces of the old timelines are coming towards a point here where you're literally trying to get out of this frequency to actually continue with what it is that you want to achieve. So we're looking at achievements. Why is this sketchy? Because you bring towers with your presence. You bring towers to people, perhaps that feel challenged by you. They may see you as something that is perhaps not forthcoming. Perhaps the way that you're protecting your gifts is by moving silently through the pathway. Why is it suggested that you should rest? On the side here, 3 of Wands, expansion, foresight. So you're being told to rest because you're excelling at what you're doing. So this is external to you. There is inner struggle and needing to know what is correct, what is true to what it is that you're needing to do, what it is that you do. I'm picking up strong music, strong movie, strong media, communication coming through. I'm seeing that there's someone who's actually really trying to put out something really creative. And there are people that are actually saying, go sleep. I'll keep my thumb on your tail as long as I can. And see if you can squirm a little more, do a little bit more. And when you're tired, I'll say, oh, go rest. I'm seeing that scenario. What is it about the conjunction here? Because this is a very powerful position that leads you out of all of this. It means you're going through a gateway within your consciousness, within your passage. Dissolution, meaning dissolving things that do not work for you. So you are truly an alchemist here. And you have the power to be able to alchemize all of that conflict. In fact, the more they pressure and put stuff on you, the more you say, bring it on. Bring it on. Because I can handle this and you can't. I'm getting that energy coming through very strongly. Bring it on. That's your motto. Bring it on. So what stands out about you? Okay, more then. 8 of Swords. Right now, you're not going to show everybody that you're feeling like you are exhausted. 7 of Forces, growing, getting out of the valley of holding you back. And Sovereign, which is essentially the Emperor or the Empress, however you want to place it. It's masculine. So the Emperor is in this position of the heart. So you are an emperor, whether you're male or female, and you got that ability to go forward without even making a sound. I can see a tiger. I can see a tiger moving through the reeds. Tigers could be significant to you. Can we see what stands? So what stands out about you is the fact that you're agile. That you are, despite these things that are coming against you, you're able to rise up above this because that's your gift. Effortlessly as it seems, in the heart of the nature here. Can we see what or who is projecting this energy at you? Because this is clearly a projection. So exchanges. So you've had dealings with someone just recently. Someone that you may have thought was in support of you. Someone that perhaps is in the medicine industry, perhaps. The 2 of Cups, strongly here. Who did you exchange with? What do they want from you? Let's see. What was that? Money. So, your money. Is it your inheritance? Did you give money to this friend of yours that wanted some money, to loan some money from you? And it's that person that seems to be thinking that you are truly someone that they would like to suppress because they don't want you to rise. Because you're doing it too well. You're doing too good. You're too good at what you're doing. And you keep saying, bring it on, bitch, bring it on. What is hidden from you? 7 of Coins. The fact that it's hard work and that you've already invested so much energy in this. Is it really such a big deal? I don't feel it is. Page of Cups. No. It's not a big deal to you. You seem to be very agile and being able to handle all of this quite well. So what is the reason for all of this that's being hidden from you? Why are they not saying anything to you about it? Because in the heart there is 6 of Coins here, and there is this need to be in control of your energy. Six of Coins, as you know, is a presentation of, subservience, perhaps, if you look at it if you look at it in a negative way. It is suggesting that you are excelling at such a rapid rate with whatever you're doing. Some of your peers are actually jealous about you standing out from being an alchemist. And therefore I would want to say you are essentially someone who's living outside of the matrix, have been doing so for quite some time. What is a reason suggesting that it is related to the emotional conditioning of what is believed to be a certain way, and you are doing things in a completely different way, and it's absolutely creative in your own nature. Is there any reason for this behavior? On the side here, Hermit, doing it secretly. You'll know. You trust your higher self here. So what is admired about you on an openly? The fact that you are able to move like lightning, disruptive forces. You are disruptive. You are a rebel without a cause. You move stealthily. Could be talking to a person who does boxing. Because I hear fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm not a sports fan. I mean, I don't know anything about sport, really. So you're agile. You're an agile tiger. It could be your spirit animal. Tiger keeps coming up. So what is admired about you secretly by those that actually care about you? That you are loving, caring, emotional, guided, psychic, intuitive. You could be someone who's reading things for people. You could be someone who's just started something out in a completely new way. You've moved away from something that you have felt has not been in support of you for quite some time. You're actually acknowledged by those that are close to you that you're a loving person. So you have friends amongst those that do not like you. Excuse me. But why is the admiration secret? Is it because your light is too strong? Or you might actually get a big head according to them? These are the ones that are not in support of you. So you wanted to know what's hidden from you. There are people that are not in support of that. But then there are other people in the middle ground that seem to think that if they had to tell you, they like your stuff. They like what you're doing. They like that new music piece. Dancing. Boxing. I'm seeing rope skipping. I'm seeing autumn leaves. I'm seeing someone running. I'm seeing someone with a hoodie. I'm seeing someone very particularly listening to specific music that they actually made for themselves. So that is very creative. So what confuses people about you? Why are they confused? Three of Swords. So it's someone close to you that you've had a relationship with that maybe couldn't take no for an answer. Maybe you felt suffocated by that person, but you've healed over some time. You've come out of a very hard ship of heartache. Literally, Three of Swords here, very strongly. So why do people feel that they can't approach you with regards to this? Ten of Swords gonna make them feel distressed, stable forces because you're so chilled. Because you are super chilled. And so how will you overcome all of this now that you know who's all there in the background and what's hiding from you? And now you know, it's not like you didn't not know, but now you know the details as to why and who they possibly could be for you. How do you overcome all of this? We have prima materia, calcination. That's an alchemical process of burning things down to its bare bones, to nothingness, to its blackness, so that you're able to bring it out. From what out comes out of there is the phoenix, and you will rise out of that with no effort on your behalf. You know the competition is fierce, it seems to be. And what is your strongest asset here? What can you work with? The fact that you're able to achieve it, that you already know how to do it, 5 of Cups, that you are able to set it in place. Now that you know who they are, can you actually cut this off? Can you cut those types of people off? How can you cut them off? How can you cut them out of your life path? We have solidifying, coagulation. In other words, freeze out the frequency that is conflicting with your energy and step back from them systematically so that you are chilled, cool, calm, and collective, and you're able to continue with your path, because you know that the ones that are even closer to you, the ones that were there, that witnessed your birth, maybe a family member, maybe your maternal, paternal family people, perhaps an aunt I'm picking up on, is very much in support of you. You're strongly connected to the African American roots. Very strongly connected to that. And if you're from America, perhaps, how do you empower this process going forward? Reading this out towards the end of this reading now. The Hierophant. You've got the ability to set yourself in place here. You have the power to focus on making your work even more profound within yourself, and you keep pushing through all of that now that you know who's there in the background and who's not in support of you. By doing that, by freezing out those things, I'm hearing, but what if you need them? You need their impact in your life to be able to get yourself to the next level. The energy suggests to be cool, calm, and collective so that you're able to utilize their services for you to go forward. This is how you go forward. You move through the frequency and you disconnect the things that are making you afraid. Moloch, the devil card here. You disconnect those energies from your masculine and your feminine side within your thoughts. You go within, you listen to your music, and you tap into the inner frequency of your peace. Even if you have to do a mantra every day, you will require that energy so that you can move forward through that energy field and be unable to be untapped with. Do some revocations. Disconnect some energies from your life path. Cut them out of your energy field so that you can free yourself from them in your mind. Do it through your emotions first, and the rest will follow. I hope that this has given you some guidance and some affirmations, and if you find yourself outside of the matrix, please join, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Pile number 2, you've selected the Aventurine. Within this energy of the Aventurine, I'm seeing that there's definitely some sort of watery state of place, maybe frozen ice. It's rough. Feels a little bit like sandpaper. Feels quite nice to touch though, because there's these little edges around it. There's smooth parts as well. It makes me think of someone being observant of things, but perhaps feeling like you need to come out of a space that has held you there for so long. All stones are essentially fossils. There's some rust here. I don't know what you would call this. All I know is that there's energy here and it's very old, it's ancient. So we'll look for you now. Coming to see what there is, what is hiding from you, what is hidden from you. Seeing page of wands here. Four of swords. The sovereign or emperor or empress. Venus. Number 3. The sorcerer or the magician. Page of coins. The heart of the matter, we have the sovereign or the emperor or the empress. And within the nature of this energy, it is in the heart of your nature of being able to overcome things that have been there in your path. And you've been doing this for a long time. You are almost ancient, is what I want to say. You're the ancient warrior that has overcome a great deal of frequencies and challenges in your life path. You have the sorcerer or the magician on the right side, which is the feminine aspect. So you're a magical being. You have overcome quite a lot of things. I can see here that on the masculine side, this is just small temporary setbacks or limitations or things that have been placed within your mind that you may think of within yourself. You question yourself. And you are also tired of being questioned. 4 of swords. We see there that there's the page of coins here and the page of wands here. So you may be a very old soul, but you might be physically younger than your peers. Perhaps they are very rich in the way that they present themselves, that you are made to feel like you are the youngster. You are a new kid on the block. Picking up on someone that is in a few industries, actually a few of you. This is very specific. There's someone that is connected with school, night school. I'm hearing night school. I'm hearing accountancy as well. There's someone that's involved in accountancy. You're studying. And you've actually done the job. You've done work for a long time and you didn't have your papers or something like that. So you keep thinking that maybe that's because you need to have your papers, that maybe you'll be accepted. But you're actually a type of a savant almost, because you seem to be able to figure things out without the least effort. You're very good at maths. I'm hearing maths and algebra, mathematical things. And someone who's in science or in university or something like that. Someone has recently passed away. For someone in the science department, that person has passed away. It was not the most positive thing that has happened from what I can pick up on. That person's presence had made you feel very challenged in your life. And you kind of let it go, you know. But the impact to force you to do more and more and more is because you're being forced to be perfectionistic in everything you do. You've already got it inside of you. You've got that gift inside of you. You roll forward. What surrounds you? What is hidden and what surrounds you? What surrounds you is initiate forces, finding the fire within you to be able to go through that which is dark. You have the light within you. Page of Wands, initiate of forces, definitely something that's telling you that you are initiating something new. You're starting it up. You're starting a new page, literally turning the new page after someone that was in the physical unwell. Some parent was very sick. It stands out about you. 3 of Swords. You have the ability to forgive. And you've also been noted or known by those close to you, perhaps family, that you have suffered under that person's energy. Also picking up on a bladder issue, anger at yourself for feeling like you were subjected to that person's abuse. Can you see on the sovereign here? The hanged one or the hanged man. He sits in the tree, he's not hanging upside down. What makes this very profound is that he's got Neptune as his element, which means that is the fork that can pull things towards you in the psyche. You're very psychic. You've got an intuitive gift about you. So you've got a very strong balance between your mind and your psyche. Very strongly balanced between those two. You are very mature in that way because you've always done this as a child. You'd think on something and then feel it happening, and then it would happen. And it's a magical process. You're kind of used to that. It's your round around the block. You've done that so many times. It's something in your nature. The hangman is suggesting that you are just observing this process right now. And duly noted, of course. Can we see on the sorcerer? We have the alchemist underneath the sorcerer. So a magical alchemist, alchemical magician. Sorcerer is a better word. You're closer to the source of your own power. It's why you are here, why you're observing this reading. This is also for cross watchers. Can we see on the page of coins here? Rest. This come up before. On the feminine side, you're obviously tired because you've done a lot of work over the year. You've also had to deal with a funeral. Some of you, not all of you, of course. Take it only if it resonates. So what stands out? What is there hidden from you? What is hidden from you? What is standing out that is hidden from you? Card went flip-flop here. Bonding forces. So something that's tying you up. It could be something internal. Can you see what's tying up this person? The collective. Measuring forces. Your thoughts on perfectionism. That's holding you back. This is something internal. Is this a person thing? Liberation, separation? No. It says whoever was doing that is now not around you anymore. So you are left with that which is being left behind in you, in your energy field, that you need to break away from. That person that had bound you up and forced you to be perfectionistic by always being in demand of your energy has left. So you're completely by yourself. Look at this card. Okay. You are free from this person. The person's not got any control over you anymore. So, what is the reason for this being hidden from you? Though it seems to be that you are aware that it is not hidden from you, and yet you chose this Queen of Cups. Your heart is filled with love. You are able to forgive that person, but you ask your question, if I forgive this person, why do I still feel like shit? Why do I still feel bad? Why is that? I'm asking. King of Wands, because it's being impacted in your life, because you keep saying it to yourself, like, I must do better, I must do this, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. You keep being forced to do this. You keep forcing yourself to keep keying into that perfectionistic vein. Not vanity vein or vein, but the artery, the vein. The vein in the river, in the ravine, in the canyon. You keep carving out that path. in your mind. You keep speaking it about yourself. I have to do better. I have to do this. I have to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. It's always got to be perfect. What if it is already perfect? What is the reason for this behavior? Growing forces. It's something that's been enforced in you since you were a child. It's like you knew this already. So, lovers, you didn't get the support you needed from your mother, maybe, or your father. You didn't get a support from one parent. Are these things, can one overcome this, is what I want to know. Can you overcome this? Two of Cups, exchanges, yes. You overcome it when you connect with people that actually sit around the same fire as you, that discuss the same things. The same cups are shared with one another. You have someone close to you that actually loves you unconditionally. Doesn't expect you to do any of those things. You may not physically know this person right now if you are not with someone. If you are with someone, then that person is the one that is in support of you. Why was it hidden from you? Four of Coins. Control. Control over your actions. Control over things that have been done. Control over the exchange. If you love me, you'll do this for me. Tidy up your room for this reward. You keep doing it. The better, the more stronger you performed, the more you did well at school, the more you were rewarded with things. You were connecting with that. And then it became a habit. What is admired about you openly? Sketchy. I'm not laughing at you. These guys, these people, think that you're amazing, when in actual fact they are the sketchy ones. Why are they sketchy? Okay. We have the Architect here, Aries. Could be an Aries person, just interesting. There's jealousy here, it's an Emperor. Emperor's force is much more direct, stern. Could be someone in an older path, an older person, and maybe around you. Peers, someone that you connect with that's your superior. Okay. What is the obsession that they have with you? This is what it is. The obsession, 10 of Swords and 10 of Cups. Because you got it all. You got the mental powers to be able to release yourself from these things. You stand out in some way, shape, or form. Because remember what you are. Essentially a very old soul, an old ancient being that is very strong in your power, in your magical power. And that you are happy despite these things that have happened around you. This is what they can't get over. 10-10. I mean, it's pretty obvious, does it not say that? So what confuses them about you? Why? Why are they confused by you? Why are they confused by the collective 10 of Coins? Because you appear like you've got it all. Again, on the financial aspect as well. This one was loose in the deck. Whole forces. Does it not remind you of Powder? Yeah. Powder. That actor that played Powder. Look it up. It's a very good story, actually. It's about self-empowerment. It's about actually believing who you are and trusting people. Why do people feel they can't approach you? Because of the Eon. Because they think that you're godlike in your experience. The Eon is an archetype of the spirit energy within you. It's what is vibrating around you. It's like that energy that makes your aura shine brighter than how it would normally look. compared to other people. So that's why they feel like I can't approach you, because you shine too strongly, man. Your light's too bright. Your light hurts their demons. That's basically what the deal is here. So, how do you overcome all of this now that you know? This was rather a deep reading. Distillation. You purify that which comes to you. You purify it and make it work for you. You clarify if someone is like weird and strangely off with you. You step back into your thoughts and you decide that that is not yours. That is the person's projection of their own wound in your space. That's basically how you purify it. You don't take it on. You don't go and do the love and light thing. You just do not take it on. You step into your own balance between love and dark, because you have to have both parts inside of you, the masculine and the feminine, which is your energy. Without nighttime, you cannot see that you cannot see the light. Without the light, you cannot see the night. So therefore, those two polarities are in a balanced space within you, and that is how you distill the frequency coming at you. For the most part, you know that you need to detangle yourself from the old stuff that you've experienced with your folks, with the people that have suppressed you over time. So essentially, this is really your strongest asset to begin with, how you'll be able to get yourself out of that direction, because then you'll be able to flow like water through the rainforest, like the color of Aventurine. You'll disconnect yourself from that frozen space in which the stone has carved itself out. You'll be able to find the love within yourself again once you've disconnected those belief systems that were projected onto you by people and that you were subjected to. Just do the revocation of being subjected to it and you'll be fine. Obviously, this is not for everyone. So I'll leave this with you. If you found this reading popping, working well for you, if you find it unique, if you find it amazing or whatever, just subscribe. And thank you for being here. If you've chosen the Shungite, smooth stone, reminds me of someone who got burned. Something that got burned. Not someone, something, someone. Perhaps you got burned by someone on an emotional level. Let's have a look at the cards. Pile number 3. Stone number 3, we have disruptive forces here. We have yes. If you had a question, that is yes. We have whole forces here. We have 7 of Cups, choices and illusions, or illusions. We have 10 of Coins. In the heart of the matter, we have whole forces, an alchemical card that suggests that you are in a whole position where you are able to be unaffected by things in a particular way. Perhaps you have the armor like the Shungite around you that protects you. Within the feminine part of your energy, there are certain things that you have questioned within your own life path that perhaps did not work well for you. I also hear and sense that you have questioned your own experiences and wondered if they were not just illusions. There are too many things that you're listening to, perhaps. 10 of Coins here is showing that you're actually doing well for yourself. You have the ability, the gifts, the assets to be able to move forward in a materialistic manner in the nature. The masculine part of the energy, you are perhaps perceived as disruptive. Perhaps you are perceived as judgmental. perhaps you are perceived, or you may think of yourself as someone who just accepts everything as it is. But in actual fact, you are a whole being. So if you're whole, not many things can add to you, if you think about it in that way. Let's have a look and see what surrounds you. We have the Oracle, the High Priestess. That supports the forces here. So you could be involved in esoteric wisdom, perhaps, metaphysic information, perhaps in that direction. You could be a reader, a psychic reader. Prima materia, you have the ability to be able to change and calibrate what it is that you are listening to. You can make it work for you. You have that skill inside of you. You burn these things off. What is it about whole forces here? Ace of Cups, always approaching it with love. So, as I said, this is also for those that are cross-watchers. So there's definitely that someone that is in a high position of love and offering, that is able to present themselves in a very healthy way. Let's see, what is it about the Seven of Cups here? Decisions and directions. Two of Wands. You're still deciding whether you want to actually go forward with something. Then there's the Star underneath the Ten of Coins. So what is it that's hiding from you? Two cards came out. We have Page of Coins. And we have Five of Wands, instability, ego, refinery. Perhaps these are people that are egoic around you. Perhaps this is something that you're struggling with in your spirit, in your soul. Perhaps it's something that you've made, that you've questioned within yourself. Page of Coins showing that perhaps you're observed or seen as someone that doesn't actually have any financial stability, when in actual fact you do. The instability or the ego is also just part of your refining yourself. The Five of Wands suggesting that definitely there is some sort of communication, relationship that you have with someone, or with people, or with yourself, that you are being held back by, perhaps their egos. Perhaps there is an overwhelming force of frequency that's making you feel like you are actually doubting yourself. You're hearing too much nonsense, and it's not really fitting in with what you know. Perhaps you know more than they do. What surrounds you? Rebirth, petrification, the fact that you are questioning your own validity, your own spirit existence of what you are. You question that, and that is what is holding you back from going towards the next step of your life path. Have you had a brush with death, a near-death experience? Because that comes through here. You're questioning it because you've seen things on the other side. What stands out about you? The fact that you have been able to go through a lot of things. Conjunction, authentic. You are very true to who you are. There's nothing that can be faulted at your door. So then why are you here? I would ask you the question, why are you here? What do you need to know? When you're gonna rest? You can rest any time. Community. Three of Cups. But you got people that you need to look after, is what it seems to be. So the question is, you've come here to want to know when you're actually going to rest, but you are essentially needing to stay because for the sake of the community. That's the thing that's hidden from you, that's blocked, that's holding you back. What is the reason for this? Justice. You're tired. You seek justice. Someone around you seeks justice. You need to stay alive as long as you can, because if you can stay as long as you can in that community, it means you'll have the position of your own power still intact, which will be the justice for some of those in the community and those around the community. So in other words, you are in a position of being empowered as a leader. You're a leader, and or in a position of leading a group of people that need you. And that is why you are tired. You're tired of doing that. That's what's hiding from you. That's what you already know. You know this. How will you be able to get through this? Let's see. I know that you're ready. You've just said you're ready. I know you're ready. But how? Judgment. Make the decision. Point someone else out to take that role. Teach someone to do what you do. Can you do that? Upside down in reverse. 6 of Swords, no. Because they're not as good as you are. Okay. So what is admired about you, and can this actually help you to better your path forward? Because this is truly a different energy that I'm dealing with you. 2 cards coming out here, 4 of Coins. You need to, and the 2 of Swords. So then I would advise that you set something up, a test, to let them do the test. Let the people where you are do the test, and if they succeed and they surprise you with the answers, then you know that they'll be ready for the next test. Do a few tests, set some up, and that should be able to help you, 2 of Swords, to decide who is who for you and who you can appoint to run that company. So what is the outcome here? Because this is very specific. Obviously it's not going to be for everyone. 7 of Wands, defense and protection. You need to stay in this position, it seems, because it's asking you to stay in there. But is there another frequency that we are looking at right now? For some, there are people that are needing to step out of something where they are being held in a place of defensiveness. There's a lot of projection of defensiveness at you for being something, because you've done it for so long. Page of Wands and the Architect over the Feminine Principle. Page of Wands, beginning something new, starting something up in a new way, and sharing the information would also help to be able to establish a new direction. You are, after all, the Emperor or the Architect of your own life path. Therefore, you have the right and the free will to be able to set the energy in place. This reality requires that you step towards a position of freeing yourself from within your own mind, your own thoughts, your own expectations, or expectations that you need to be in that position. So what is there that is admired about you in secret? Queen of Wands, you are exceptional in your ability to lead your community. People can see it. You are a queen, and they love you for it. And what is admired about you secretly? that you have such unique foresight and expansion in your consciousness, that you are very wise. So what confessions do people have about you that they'll never tell you? That's the tea on that. Is that they think that you are magical. But then you know that. As above, so below. The power is within you to be able to set things in your mind and let it work for you in the material reality. You have that power to do that. They know that you do that. So why do people feel that they can't approach you? Because obviously that's something also that you seem to be concerned about. Resilience and perseverance is a little bit feeling like they need to jump through the gauntlet to actually approach you, because you are perhaps so rigid in certain ways and certain things. So how is this overcome? How can you overcome this? Exchanges. Soften your demeanor so that you are approachable. You don't have to drop it all the way through, though, of course. It's just suggesting that you just soften it a little bit. So what is your strongest asset? Ace of Coins. The ability to earn an income, to create things out of thin air. This is the Midas touch. It doesn't necessarily have to mean money, though. It can also be things that you wish to just have happen for you. It will just become something like that you need, because you've set it in motion. And so how is the collective of this stone, this pile, going to be empowered with their choice going forward? Can we find that from Spirit, please? We have the Five of Swords. You need to communicate your desires, set it in place, set things in place for those to take the tests that you can scrutinize. That's for someone. For others of you, you need to step up and communicate your desires that you wish to have shared within a particular way so that you can achieve what it is that you wish to achieve towards your desire. And yes, it can work. Ace of Wands. Start immediately. Spark, new will, impulse is on your side. I will leave this with you. This was rather a strange reading. If this was wild and amazing and unique, this is a new way of approaching how psychic readings can be done. If you are here and you have observed this, please consider to like, share and subscribe, and do it even if you are outside of the matrix. That would be wonderful too. Until next time.